it's bad right here in this sector. Like they even switched the way they used to like put water. You know what I mean? Milano's coffee place, whatever.
Yeah.
She switched the locks on the bathrooms. She took the water out of the way. She took the chairs out of the lobby. She did everything she could because she doesn't want people like me, in there.
So how do you shower?
I don't.
I'm Jesse, behind the camera is James, and we are roaming in Riverside. And today, we're in the downtown area of Riverside, California. It's a little bit chilly this morning, but it's a beautiful day in Southern California. And we're right on the corner of 6th Street and Orange Street in downtown Riverside. And I got the pleasure of talking to Greg. Greg, remind our viewers a little bit about yourself, like your age and where you're from.
I'm from Boston, born in Brookline, Massachusetts, just right out of Boston. I'm 52 years old and struggling in Riverside right now.
How'd you end up in Riverside, Greg?
Well, I was a founder of a drug rehab in Florida, and I fell off so I had to get out of Florida. So I ended up calling somebody who I knew, and they said, come here to a place in Riverside.
So you still got all family back in Boston?
I have family in Boston, Florida, and California.
Okay. And so you got any family out here, like a wife and kids, or?
No.
Never been married?
No, I was married once.
Yeah, any
once.
kids?
No.
No kids. No. Okay, so it's you're by yourself out here.
Yeah.
So you find yourself homeless?
Yeah, right now, yeah.
Okay, where'd you sleep at last night, bro?
Right here.
Right here on the corner.
I didn't really sleep though. When it's cold, I just kind of
Yeah. Tell us this, Greg. Is it dangerous out here at night?
Yeah, I guess it can be. I mean, I definitely have some sort of like PTSD for sure. You know what I mean? So I mean, it things irk me, and so it's a struggle.
Okay.
It's a struggle. Yeah, I think somebody's coming down, the sidewalk and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So it's a struggle. So it is, it's nothing.
What kind of work have you done in your life?
So I, right a week after high school, I started as an AC helper, and then I stayed with that. Where I met some guy from Rhode Island in the rooms, and we went together. He did roofing, I did AC. We did that for a long time, and then 2004, my niece was born, and there was some circumstances that we weren't going to be sure of her physically, and financially, I made a decision to go back to school, and I did. And then I opened up a drug rehab in 2007.
Nice.
And it was one of the most successful ones in the country. And I don't know how. I mean, I was on the business side of it. So my sister was the clinical director and her staff, but we were well above average. And
it's
success.
still open today?
No. We got rid of it.
Okay.
We got rid of it in 2018. It was enough.
You still in contact with your sister?
Yeah. I'm still in contact with my family. My mom and dad are coming a week from this Sunday, and I wasn't going to let them see me, but I'm going to do it.
Okay. When was the last time you did work?
Last I worked. It's like 7-8 months ago.
Okay, so you're ready to work.
Yeah, well, I was working. I jumped back in the field, and I was working at a place.
Okay, any of our viewers out there, we're right on the corner of 6th Street and Orange in downtown Riverside. We got a fine man here, Greg. He just needs a little help up. He's not looking for a handout. He's not out here causing any trouble. And he just seems like a fine candidate to get a job. If any of you viewers out there got any part-time work, or you just want to come by and give Greg some encouraging words to keep going and keep getting better, we'd really appreciate that, guys. So, Greg, tell us this. What do you do for resources? How do you eat?
I do. Honestly, I panhandle.
Okay.
And if somebody says something to me, like at a restaurant, well, you can't do that here, and I'd say, well, feed me. And if they say no, then I said, I'll tell them straight out, well, how can I respect you? You won't help me with water or food, but yet you won't want me to ask people to, you know what I mean? So
it's kind of tough.
But they're definitely discriminatory in this area.
Are they?
Yeah, they won't let me in Maxi Foods, the supermarket over there. I never stole nothing or whatever. So the way I've really seen a level of being treated because of being a little bit dirty and things like it's bad right here in this sector. Like they even switched the way they used to like put water. You know what I mean? Milano's coffee place, whatever.
Yeah.
She switched the locks on the bathrooms. She took the water out of the way. She took the chairs out of the lobby. She did everything she could because she doesn't want people like me, you know, in there.
So how do you shower?
I don't. I mean, I'm just being honest. I don't. I don't want nothing to do with a shelter. I don't want nothing to do with all that. So, I do have a pretty good chunk of money in the bank, but I'm having trouble getting it out.
Okay.
So,
So you have plans?
yeah, I think I'm gonna go back. I'm right now. I'll see my family. I'll see my mom and dad next week, which will be good. And then I think I'm just gonna take that money and go back home, back in Boston.
Good. We wish you luck.
Yeah.
And so tell us a little bit about the shelter. You don't like it, huh?
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just I'm not doing it. I don't like to live with people anyway, and I've been through rehabs and everything. I definitely don't adjust well with roommates and rules, like to a certain extent. You know, like, society rules is okay, but when you start getting into all that political, you know, I just
tell us what's a typical day like for you out here.
Well, sometimes I sleep. You know, like I slept like a day and a half, but usually I get up. And I get hungry, so I got to try to get something to eat, and then I just keep rolling, keep rolling.
So you got friends out here?
Nah.
No
well,
friends.
I got one maybe, but I don't. When you see me hanging with this guy right here, that's unusual. Usually I'm always by myself. I'm not going to get in the rigmarole of share this, you make this. I'm not doing any of that. I do make my own money. I get my own food. I'm not. I don't want no friends like that. I'm good.
What about mental illness? I don't see that in you, Greg. You're protecting yourself from that pretty good. How do you? I see a lot of guys out here walking, talking to themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I get that all the time. Like people like talk to me. I mean, they're like, "Wow, like you're not the typical homeless guy. Like you're cognitive. You can talk about whatever." So I know that I've been seen in the past, you know, by those professionals, and nobody has ever really picked up on anything.
Right on. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. I think there might be, but.
Where do you go when it rains? The rains are coming.
Oh, I go underneath the Marriott.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that where you go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
There's
really
a big homeless community a couple blocks away from them. Are they friends of yours? Or?
No, I don't know anybody. Anybody, like, people come to me all the time, like, hey, did you see this so-and-so? I'm like, yo, I don't know anybody's name. I don't want anybody's name. I deal with my buddy, I know his name, so nobody knows him.
Okay.
And then I deal with a family on the same street, and those are the only people that I deal with. So
Right on.
that's it.
So a year from now, you see yourself back in Boston, huh?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's my heart. You know what I mean?
Okay.
When I was younger, we had to move out of there, and you know, so yeah, I've always wanted to go back, and I've been back many times, but you know, I fall off and mess up because I take myself with me. You know how you take you know, but hey, if it's got to end, and I want it to end there.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Well, I just want you to know you're too good for these streets, Greg.
Yeah, it's starting to weigh on me now.
Yeah.
It's starting to weigh on me. Like my tooth fell out, and it's starting to weigh on me. It's not. It's definitely where, as tough as I think I am. The streets are winning right now. So.
Yeah, these sidewalks, man, they're pretty cold, huh? They don't move. They don't give at all, huh?
Well, it's just like when you're hungry, you don't realize, like when you're home or whatever, like in your little place, whatever, like you just go and get food, right?
Yeah.
Well, here, I can't do that. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes I don't have the money. You know what I mean? I don't eat as much.
And sometimes you go hungry.
Oh yeah, sure. Sometimes, yeah. But yeah, and sometimes, I mean, I lost a lot of weight. I'm probably 40 pounds underweight right now. That's why I didn't want my mom and dad to see me looking like this. But my parents are been sticking by me since day one, and they're not judgmental, and they'll just. I didn't want to see them for them, not for me. You know what I mean? They might be like, "What the hell happened to my kid?" You know,
but they might be there to help you.
Yeah.
And it'd be good to reunite with them anyway.
It's Mom's birthday.
We're all getting older too, you know. That'd be cool to spend some time with your parents, you know.
Yeah, he's coming out to deal with the other family members here.
So you get to see them.
Yeah, and then he's gonna come up this way.
Nice.
My family members are Westlake Village and out in Calabasas somewhere.
Okay. Well, it's always been a pleasure to talk to you, Greg. You got
brother.
two friends here.
Right.
I'm Jesse. Behind the camera is James. And you know, Greg, at the end of my interviews, I always say, "Can I say a prayer for you?"
I guess. I
All
don't think they
right.
work well.
Yeah, it's going to work right now, brother. Dear Father in heaven, dear Lord, me and Greg come to you. He's a fine man, Father. He's too good for these streets, Lord. And We come to you, Father, because you are our creator. You can make anything happen in this world, Father. You created us, Father. So I pray that you open up the gates of heaven, Father, and drop some godly men in Greg's path, Father, so they can get him some work, Father, and they could show Greg that there's a better way, Father. This is only temporary. Let Greg know that he's not out here alone, Father. He has people that care for him, and there are people out here that love Greg, Father. So I pray that you take care of his parents as they're coming out here to visit Greg, and I pray that this is a joyous reunion, Father, and I pray that Greg makes his way back to Boston so he can be with his family, Father, and protect this man, Father. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Can I have a hug, brother?
Yeah.
All right. It's always a pleasure, brother.
Later, sure.
I'm Jesse. Behind the camera is James. We're out here with Greg. We're downtown Riverside. We're roaming in Riverside, and we are out.